Well, just wanted to get that cleaned up. So now that's ready for a project. Pretty thin-walled stuff. Just aluminum tube. That was the fuser tube out of that printer. But it is aluminum. It's usable. And this could come in handy someday for a project. So we're going to slide this up in here and get it out of the way. And that's it. Thanks for watching. This is just going to be a short clip. I'm just messing around with this. This is a stainless steel scale that came from Harbor Freight as a kit with this angle attachment, the right angle attachment, 45-degree angle attachment. But this is really what I was after. And again, as I described before, I could use a flat stone maybe and clean some of that up, but this thing is junk. If you look here, I was trying to figure out a center point, and it doesn't. I suppose there could be variations in my extruded aluminum, but I don't know. Let's grab a different piece here as well. We'll try this one, see if we can find a center point. Let's try this again. Again, I was just going for something that could find centers easily on square stock. So let's put this in here. Just junk. Don't recommend this, but at any rate, this is where problems are, I believe. Right here. So I've got it on there. Let's say I want to find the center of my material. The problem, you won't be able to pick it up on camera, but this straight edge is not centered up with this V. We'll use a scratch, scribe. So I've got it on there. Just put a little scratch. Bring it over here. Scratch. Do another one. And what I can see, you're not going to be able to pick it up, but there's a little triangle right there. Now I suppose that would be the center, but it should have some intersecting parts to it. But I think that it doesn't, because this is just a piece of junk. So I'm gonna flip it over. Maybe I got it on wrong. Let's flip it over. Maybe the other side is what I'm after. Now I can tell you right now that it's still not centered. You can kind of see it. It favors this side, the left side. It is just not centered up in this part. But the reason I bought this set was for that this centerpiece here. Junk. Let's try this again. No, you can't see it, but it's still got a little bit of a triangle. I suppose for my needs it's good enough, but pretty disappointed overall. You can even see the thickness of this side and this side are different. I'm don't know how well that 45's even machined on there. It's not. If that's 90, it moves. Let's take this off of here. So if this is a 90 degree, which it's supposed to be, this should be flat, but they move. Again, this is one of those tools I don't recommend from Harbor Freight. It amounted to $2.99. I suppose this stainless steel scale is worth that to me. That's why I kept it. Perhaps I can use this angle finder someday, but this, I figured for $2.99 I'll just keep the dang thing. Just junk. Don't recommend this. Don't buy this set. It's very lightweight. It's not worth it. Spend the extra money. Get a proper center finder. I still need one. Welcome back to the shop, everybody. Today, let's see if we can improve this a little bit. These threads are maybe 50% engagement. They work, but I think I can make that better. So that's what we're going to try today. Let's see if we can take that slop out of there. M10 1.5, that's what this is. So what we're going to do is just chase these and see if we can go a little bit farther on there. Try and get some better threads on this. Well, those Irwin dies, I'm really loving them. These are proper peaks. For my threads, I'm going to get a lot better thread engagement onto this piece. I'm going to turn down this first portion of this to get rid of these flat threads, and then I'm going to do an undercut here. Hopefully we can get this to look look pretty flush in there. So I'm just going to take off most of this portion here, and then we will do a fit up. There we go. That's tighter. That fits in there better. I could take a little more off, but I don't want to. I think what I'm going to do is crank that down a little bit with some pliers. Again, I don't have any flats on this yet. Someday I'll mill in some flats if I ever get a mill. Let's give this a tweak. There we go. It's all boogered up anyway, but that, no more slop. So, there we go. Just wanted to improve that slop out of that handle and make that thing a little bit better than it was. There we go. Much better. Thanks for watching. All right, here's a clip for one of the Messing in the Shop series. This is a follow-up to the Bow Shield T-9 waterproof lubricant, rust and corrosion protection. This has been sitting here for over a week, flashing off. You know, I wanted this stuff to dry, basically, and it has fully dried. It dried on the last video, but it's just been sitting here doing its thing. As you can see, half of this I left untreated, and the other half I turned down and I sprayed it on there. What I'm going to do is write T9 on this piece of rod, and we'll just stick it up here, and we'll check it in the next few weeks, month, year, I don't know, and let's see how this stuff does. Just a little experiment of our own. I got nothing to prove, no affiliation, just thought, hey, let's do a little experiment. So this is just a follow-up. We'll get this out of here. Okay. We're going to use a paint pen, and we'll just write T9 on it. Get that plastic off of there. Oop, before we do that, this does have some residual oil on the bottom of that. But this end with the hole was never treated with anything. It's dry as a bone. But I'm going to wipe that off. There's our part. I'm not going to write on that. I'll write over here. If I can get the ink coming out of there. There we go. It's coming. T-9 test. Untreated, treated. There we go. So as you can see, we marked it T9 test, untreated side, treated, T9 treated. This isn't rusty, it's just a rough pin that I turned down. Let's give that some time and we'll see how that turns out. I'm just going to lay it up here and we'll come back to it. Hey everybody, welcome back to Dee's Workshop. One thing I'm going to do is a little bit of rust prevention today. Another thing I want to do is make a chuck key holder for my 4-jaw chuck key. It belongs up there with the others. I've got this one. This thing is awesome. But I made this out of steel and it's not rusting, but I don't want it to. And I think what I'm going to do is go with the T9. If you recall on a previous episode, we sprayed the T9 here. Quinn says that she's never had anything rust with it, so I'm going to go ahead and, in addition to this test piece, which we'll check back on, I'm going to go ahead and spray this piece just to prevent it from rusting and having issues. So the main thing I'm doing here is I'm just going to spritz it down, set it aside, and let it flash off. I want it to dry with this T9 on it, this bow shield. I'm even going to get it on the inside as well, and we'll see what happens. Doesn't take much, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and rub it all around just so there isn't any exposed parts of it. Just get it all over. Put it on this pan. There we go. So that should hopefully dry up and take care of that. And the other one's aluminum, no need to bother with that. I'm going to set this stuff aside. That takes care of that. Welcome back everybody. This will be a clip that goes in Messing in the Shop episode. This is not machine related, but I am messing in the shop. Now that my boys are getting older, graduated high school, going on to college, I wanted to get back into golf. I'm not a golfer, I'm not very good, but I do like going out there and swinging the clubs a little bit. So I haven't golfed in a very long time, and I've got these old shoes, and I had to replace the cleats on them already because they disintegrated. But after a couple rounds of golf, they're separating. I thought, well, in the interest of trying to save and salvage some of my stuff, I'm going to go ahead and try this shoe goo. So, $5 versus $50, $60, $80, $100 for new shoes. So, with that, let's go ahead and get this stuff glued up and we'll see how this stuff holds up. So, this will be a test of shoe goo. let's see how this stuff held up. So there's the shoes. There's the goo. It's dried up. It's probably been a week. I didn't do the best install on it, but I really didn't care. These shoes are kind of old. But you can kind of see a little bit of shiny silicone there. Let me turn this on. It's almost like a silicone adhesive caulk, but not quite as rubbery. But that shoe should stay in place. I suppose for like I said in the beginning here, these clips, for $5, that's a whole lot cheaper than buying $100 new shoes. What we got here? So this was the one where I had to do all of it. And this was a little trickier. The heel didn't want to sit down in there, but I think I got enough to where, you know, it's not really going to come out of there. Could have probably got a little more in there, but honestly, for now, I think it's good. I could go ahead and shove a little more down in there if I wanted, but you can see I got quite a bit back here. It's definitely a little harder than like a silicone caulk would be. I'll trim some of that off, but yeah, I think these shoes will at least get me through another season, and for $5, I'll take it. So, shoe goo verdict? Sure, if you don't mind the shoes you got and you want to prolong the life a little bit. There you go. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you on the next one.